Hey guys, today we're going to be continuing watching the Engineer 101 series by Uncle Dane. Today we're going to be watching Dealing with Spies. I cannot wait to watch this. I haven't played Engineer just yet, but I'm super glad I'm watching this beforehand because just like Jonah Hill 2's Spy Psychology series, it really got me prepared to play Spy. This one is getting me really prepared to play Engineer because these are things that I would not have thought about, and I'm super glad that I'm watching them, man. It has been a fantastic series, so thank you so much to everybody for liking and commenting on these recent videos. I really appreciate your support, and with that being said, this is your first time stopping by the channel. Do not forget to hit that sub button, please, and thank you, and let's go ahead and jump into it.
Dispenser going up.
Nice, okay. I know you guys said in the last video that this is like his own intro, this is his own music and stuff, so it's so cool to see this, man. I think it's great. It sounds great. All right.
Well, I guess that'll do.
Hello everyone, Uncle Dane here with another episode of Engineering 101. Today we're going to be talking about dealing with spies.
This does not sound like Uncle Dane at all, at least the last couple of parts we've watched. This does not sound like Uncle Dane at all.
Now, I know in my experience, I found that the best way to deal with spies
Who is
to
this?
stand still. Turn your back away from the spy without doing anything else. I promise, it's totally the bbest strategy.
What are you doing in here? Get out of here, you dirty spy man! Get out of here! Go!
Oh, he's a spy man.
Get out of here! Get out!
That was
Sorry
awesome.
about that. Anyway, that fake Uncle Dane was right about one thing at least.
that fake Uncle Dane. I knew. I was like, this does not sound like Uncle Dane at all,
Today we're going to
man.
be talking about spies and how you, as an engineer, can do your best to combat them. The feud between spies and engineers has been around since the beginning of time, so you can imagine that
The beginning
anything
of
I tell you
time.
in this video isn't exactly revolutionary. In fact, the guide to dealing with those sneaky Frenchmen has been around longer than I have even been playing TF2. You know, I'm pretty sure I have it around here someplace. Let me go check, actually.
Here in my garage, we'll go through all this junk here. It's got to be in here somewhere. Some of my engineer. Oh, you know, I'll just keep that in there. You never know when you're getting one of those. That is nuts.
I love this, man. It's like the last couple kind of did this too, where he was like looking at a tablet or something, and I was like, man, I love when these TF2 creators do a little like, you know, in real life type stuff, where they show some stuff. It's just so cool, man.
Mine. That's obviously somebody.
Because you're not expecting it while you're watching it at all. You think it's just going to be straight TF2 gameplay, and that's it. When they pop this in there, it's just awesome.
Actually, I think. Oh, I think this is it right here. Yeah.
It's a Dealing with Spies VHS tape.
Perfect. Yeah, this should hold over nicely. I think this actually still holds a bit of weight.
I love this. I love the
All these years
VHS
later.
player. Okay, this is amazing. I was okay. It says training video. Okay.
Howdy, partner. If you're watching this video, let me be the first to say, congratulations! You've
Okay.
recently installed the team-based first-person shooter Team Fortress 2, and have decided to play as the Engineer class.
Can I go
Okay.
play a game now?
Hold on there, champ. You got a lot to learn about the things that can make playing as the Engineer a daunting task, as you can see by this chart. Chart. The Engineer and his buildings are countered by a lot of scary things in this game, but perhaps the trickiest character to interact with in Team Fortress 2 is the Spy. The Spy is equipped with not only the power to render himself completely invisible, but he also has the Electro Sapper, which he can easily place on the Engineer's buildings to render them completely
Okay, I like this, man. It just seems like just really similar to Spy Psychology videos. Like, we were watching those last week, and it seems like they're like the editing and everything about them, which is getting better and better every video, and it feels like it's the same here. It just seems like it's getting better as it goes.
Such a powerful, unseen yet smelly force.
Ooh, I
of
like-
nature
I
the
like that
Spy.
Engineer.
There are so many different ways
Well,
for
the
your
Engineer looks
engineer
cool.
rope to be handed to you on a silver platter by a spy that it can be difficult to remember everything. That's why we recommend using the phrase,
Spies!
Spies.
once you understand,
Spies!
you'll understand just how simple it can be
What is-
to counteract a spy's common methods of engagement. But what does
Spies!
mean?
Spies.
I thought you were gonna tell me that.
It's actually a carefully organized code. Watch closely. stay away, pretend you're busy, awareness, help from your teammates, and the sapper technique. In order
Okay.
to fully understand
Spies!
we'll have to take a
Spies.
look at each individual category carefully, starting with the first letter. Stay away! The common household spy is armed with a foldable butterfly knife with a handle clip and a clip point blade. While it may look small and relatively harmless, when attacking from behind, the spy's knife can take away 600% of the enemy's total health in one hit. That's a lot of damage. So it can go without saying that turning your back to a spy is an invitation to be killed right there on the spot. However,
Okay.
it should be made clear that because of the way that Team Fortress 2's hitboxes work, you don't have to be completely facing 180 degrees away from the spy in order to be backstabbed.
Oh.
That's a load of bull. So when
Oh, so it's just like you don't have to be completely turned. I know that you guys said that the hitbox was a little weird on it, but I didn't know it was like that. I mean, you literally just have to like turn the shoulder a little bit, and there you go. That that is insane,
when you
man.
take into account the unreliability of the
That is
backstab,
insane.
how ping differences affect the outcome, and how much backpedaling messes with your own hitbox, the safest way to avoid being killed by a spy that you can see is to simply stay away from him. Do not engage with
simply
the spy
stay
in
away from
close combat
spies.
if you can avoid it. Very good. Pretend you were busy. A good spy won't just run into your nest all willy-nilly expecting to be
All
greeted with
willy-nilly.
exposed backs and unattentive pybros. No. The expert spy main will always wait until the opportune moment to strike, preferably when your back is turned. An engineer in particular has a lot of things on his mind when maintaining a nest, and the spy certainly
I mean,
knows
it makes
So-
sense. Engineers got to do so much, from these videos we've watched. Like, I'm sure they got to be distracted at least half the time, if not a little more than half the time. You know what I'm saying?
A typical spy will wait until you're preoccupied with something such as upgrading a building or wrangling down some sniper in the distance before he will uncloak and attempt to murder you and your toys as well. While this situation is sometimes unavoidable, and it's always a good idea to have the possibility of an ambush in the back of your mind at all times, you can often bait a nearby spy into making his move prematurely by simply pretending to be busy. That's right, pretend like you're doing something important. Stand
Pretend like
completely
you're doing
still
something
while building
important.
a dispenser. Look intensely preoccupied by something on the ground. Then, after a few seconds, turn around and check to see if anyone has suddenly appeared behind you, expecting to stab your unaware backside. This situation is often much preferred over actually
4
being
out of 5
ambushed when you're
engineers.
actually preoccupied with something.
The
So
last-
if you have a moment to
The last one was Spy.
pretend like that moment is now, when it actually isn't, you can control when the ambush happens.
I love this video.
making
This
it
is
that
great.
much easier to counter it. You see? Spies aren't the only ones who can trick their enemies. Awareness. Just
Awareness.
like teamwork, movement, and game sense, awareness is a core part of honing your individual skill in Team Fortress 2. But a large part of what makes a spy a dangerous class is how effective it can be when facing an unaware team. Spy
Okay.
checking is the most common and easiest form of awareness that a team can employ. And no, it's not just the pyro's job, it's everyone's job to
It's
check for
everyone's
spies.
job.
But even past spy checking, there are many things that you
Even
can
their
do to correctly
even their name up there they're playing as says Spies.
identify when there is or isn't the possibility of a spy creeping around here. The most common ways to identify suspicious activity includes teammates who aren't firing their weapon or unnecessarily have their melee weapon out, teammates with
Okay.
missing body parts or incorrect weapons for their class, teammates who die to minimal damage or fall damage could indicate a dead ringer. Listen for decloaking sounds or any unusual sounds at all. Listen for spy responses or look at the chat for enemy team responses. Press tab to keep track of when a known spy player is alive or when they are dead. Watch for mysteriously disappearing ammo or health
Okay,
packs.
yeah,
Watch for
that one.
mysteriously opening shuttered doors.
That
Watch
makes
for
sense.
clones because clones are never to be trusted. Politely
The clothes, dude, those are just a bunch of Uncle Danes coming out.
ask every individual teammate if they are a spy. Help from your teammates. Believe it or not, the origins of the name Team Fortress 2 are quite straightforward. The name is derived from the fact that you are playing on a team which is trying to capture or defend a fortress. The reasoning behind the two is unknown and has baffled video game historians for centuries. So as you can tell, the team aspect
Wait, and I could be wrong about this. I'm pretty sure you guys said, and we seen in a video, I can't remember if it was Lazy Purple or Sound. We've seen one in a previous video where they explained like the original idea for Team Fortress, and it was more so going to be like a military style game. And I personally don't think that would have held up by now. There's just something about Team Fortress 2, like, you know, the way it looks, the characters, and the community itself. Like, I don't think it would have held up near as long as if it was like a military style game, in my opinion. Could be different. Somebody in chat might be thinking, you know, in the comments might be thinking differently. But yeah, let me know, was there ever an official Team Fortress 1? Because I could have swore that there wasn't. Maybe there wasn't, but maybe it's just, you know, we don't know what the first one was. But I remember we watched the video saying that the original idea was going to be like more of a military style game. So yeah, let me know in the comments, like, was there one? Or was there one and maybe it didn't release and they just released this one and called it 2 because it was, you know, already a first one technically? I'm not sure. Let me know. I'm a little confused about that.
Of this game is very important. The members of your team can help you complete tasks, including defend your precious nest from the prying knives and sappers of the enemy spies. Just take a look at these teammates. Poised, confident,
Poised,
and a
confident.
smile that says, "Ain't no darn spy getting near
Smile.
my engineers." They've got the makings of a great
He's
team.
not- he's
However,
sitting there.
not every team you get paired with for the evening is going to automatically be on board with lending you a hand in the moment of need. So we suggest pressing the C key and then 1, or politely requesting assistance using the chat feature. Don't forget to use the team-only channel. Hopefully, if
C
your
plus
teammates
1.
have their computer monitors turned on, they will assess the situation and come to your aid when an enemy spy is harassing your buildings and threatening your well-being. Fantastic teamwork! The sapper technique. The
Okay.
old 1-2 smack, as some of the old-timers like to call it, has been a valuable procedure that engineers have used time and time again in order to combat the spies' sap-and-shoot tactics. It's been passed down from generation to generation, and today, we're going to be passing that knowledge down to you. When a spy saps a sentry gun, his typical method of operation is to try and see how long he can get away with spamming the sapper without being retaliated against. If the engineer refuses to engage with the spy, and only attempts to keep removing the sapper, the battle for who can click the mouse buttons the fastest will have begun. Instead, the engineer should take the relationship to the next level and begin to make an effort to kill the spy. Given that at this point, the spy doesn't simply cloak and sneak away like a little bitch, you'll now have a 1v1 fight on your hands.
I was not expecting that at
But
all.
this 1v1 isn't your typical DM vest. This will require a test in multitasking as well, for you have a building to save and a spy to murder. In order to make
Oh.
it harder for the spy to just keep applying the sapper while you advance on him with a weapon, simply hit the sapped building one time before switching to your primary and firing at the intruder. After you've killed or otherwise chased away the enemy spy, you may now fully remove the sapper with ease. This technique can come in useful during most encounters with the type of spies who like to sap a sentry gun and then follow it up with a few well-aimed revolver shots. But remember, how you react will influence the spy to respond with his own counters. So if you look
Okay.
like you're choosing to go for the unsap, the spy will then prepare to resap the gun. However, because the gun still has a sapper on it after the first hit, his sapper will not be reapplied.
Oh,
which
I
will
see.
give you an
Unable to-
opportunity
okay,
retaliate
okay.
with your primary. In this moment, the spy will now realize
Oh,
that you are
man.
choosing
That's an awesome looking spy too, I'm not gonna lie. The beard, the pirate hat, everything about that just looks really, really cool.
participate in a one-on-one deathmatch, so his response will be to back away while firing his weapon at you. If you take advantage of this window of opportunity where the spy is both undisguised and backing away from the sentry gun, you can then turn around and hit the sapper for the second time, which will then allow the sentry to finish the job. See,
Nice.
the spy isn't the only one with a few tricks up his sleeve. So there you
Oh,
have
that
it,
was a cool
the dissected
taunt.
code
What?
of
Was that a mechanical bull you just jumped on? Oh, dude, I need that. That is
Nice.
awesome.
Don't worry, we realize that it all might be a lot of information to take in at once. It really sounds like a lot of...
Your mother,
Sounds like a lot of...
mother,
Sounds like a...
mother, your mother.
Sounds like a lot of your mother to make over a silly little
You know, now I'm
nest.
thinking about this, kind of reminds me of the SpongeBob training video. I don't know, you know, if anybody's seen the, I think it might be one of the first episodes, I can't remember, where there's like a Krabby Patty training video, and I want to say there was one saying a lot of hoopla. I like, it's like hoopla. I could be wrong about that.
That's
That's the vibes I'm getting.
Wrong. There is one more important tool in the engineer's arsenal that can greatly assist in keeping those pesky spies away for good. That's right, it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Okay, hold on. if this isn't it, this is just a really weird coincidence. This is the freaking SpongeBob training video. The Krabby Patty's coming at the screen, and he's like singing while it's doing it. So this has to be. This is just amazing. Uncle Dane, great job. Love it so far, man. This channel is amazing.
This is just
like this is it. This has to be it. He's doing the same music and everything. He's even breathing weird. Oh man, that was great.
Southern hospitality. While it provides no glorious RNG of random crits, and you horribly insta-die to pyros, the Southern hospitality is the spy hunter's wrench of choice. If you are ever able to land a hit on a spy, their ability to cloak and escape will be much harder because of the
because of the bleed,
even on invisible players. But that's not everything the public would like to hear about the Southern hospitality. No, the information you seek is much simpler of a request. From the early stages of this humble YouTube channel, the comment section has cried out for the opinion on this wrench provided by none other than Uncle Dane. And so today, in this very video,
that's very
will learn
cool.
Uncle
I like
Dane's
that.
opinion on the spy countering, fire amplifying, fair and balanced straight upgrade of a wrench that is the Southern hospitality. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Okay. Uncle Dane's opinion on the Southern hospitality is...
Wait, what's happening? Wait, was that? That was it? Okay, that was the end. That was the end of the video. That was just like SpongeBob, the training video. You can't tell me otherwise. I know it is. That was awesome, man. Yeah, that was a great video as usual from Uncle Dane. I'll be sure to put the original video link down below if you want to go check it out for yourself. That might be my favorite one so far from Uncle Dane. That was amazing. I loved it. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like. It really, really helps out the channel here. If there's anything else you want to see me react to, you're more than welcome to put it in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to put it on the list to make. So that's all I got for you, man. Thank you so much for the support. I will see you in the next video, and do not forget, it's Work Army for life.